Not over there, camera. Over here. What is wrong? Over here. This way. Over here. Now let's see if we can't get that mic sorted. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome in. Our second night of Greek street food. That sizzling you hear is my cast iron heating off the water from cleaning it off earlier. Let's make some coffee. How's everyone doing today? There might have been a little bit of it there, Lexi, when I was putting my lav mic on. It should be sorted now. If you're still getting it, please let me know. That was just getting my lav mic too close to the transmitter. I think we're hot enough there. We can let that finish off. Well, welcome in, Lexi. Hopefully you're having a lovely Sunday. It's been sort of dreary since I got back home. Like, yesterday and today was just like overcast and bleh. Yeah, it was just sizzling and popping. Yeah, and I still haven't planted all the plants because, well, yesterday I was planning to do it, but I walked outside and everything was wet and it was cold and it was overcast, and I was like, well, screw this. And so, went right back inside and spent the day inside. The night stream should maybe be a little bit on the shorter end. Gonna be doing Greek burgers, which the origins are questionable. And it's a little bit more, they eat it a little bit more like Salisbury steak than we do. I'm gonna use a bun. But it's going to be your typical burger, but mixed in with the meat, we're gonna add some herbs. We're gonna add some mint and some oregano, some fresh mint and fresh oregano. And they often do like breadcrumbs. They almost treat it more like a meatball than they do a burger to me. And then I'm gonna grill it off on the stovetop. So that's the plans for the burger. Serve that with some tomato and feta. And then we're gonna do a basic Greek salad, which is the tomato, cucumber, Greek, feta, Maybe some olives. I don't know if I have olives around to use. Oops, that wasn't where I wanted it. I still wanted to add more to that. Yeah. I did that to myself the other day. Just like poured myself like half a cup without like really thinking about it. But also to go along with the steak, I got the steak and the salad. I grabbed some yellow potatoes, so I'll roast off some potato wedges. And then I'm going to take a whack at the what every Coney Island should have. I'm going to attempt some flaming feta tonight as well. That's not really Greek street food. That's more Midwest U.S. take on Greek diner. Apparently it was made famous in Chicago, but not quite sure. One of those is created for marketing, so who knows who really did it. Getting back to you, Cosmic, even though I've read that message I think 3 times now. I'm doing quite well. Other than the weather started getting me a little bit down. Feeling like I got a little stuck in. Not that it might... I'm such a weird animal. I love staying inside. I'm like such an introvert. But at the same time, when the weather's nasty outside, it still makes me feel lousy. Like the outside that I didn't really want to go out to in the first place isn't as inviting as it should be, and so that's upsetting me. Turn the fan on low so maybe that doesn't mess up the mics even further. Gotta recharge the batteries in this bad boy. Cheers, folks. Happy Sunday to you. Alright, let's get to making some burgers. Actually, what is the first thing on tonight's project list? It actually might be getting the burger meat together. No, let's do our potatoes first. Let's get the taters out of the way. leaving skins on. I'm not liking how hard that potato was. I like my creamy potatoes to have a bit more give to them, which makes me worried as to how creamy my potato wedges will be this evening. Oh hey, let's turn my fan on. Turn the oven on to 400. Let's do 400. Sunflower oil. Salt, pepper, and MSG. Because I feel like it. Little squirt of yellow mustard in there. I did that last night with the rice. I'm not going to do that tonight. I don't know how I'll go with anything else anyways. Just a little cayenne. Just a little heat. And that's smoked paprika. garlic. And onion will round us out. All nicely coated evenly there. Just happen to have a pan ready. All right, so we got our taters ready to roast. Move on to beef. I'm using the wrong knife for next step here. All right, so we got some mint leaves here. I am legitimately worried that I'm not going to like these burgers tonight, just because my not love of mint. But we'll see. Give everything a shot. I'll add some oregano to that pile. This oregano's turning black real quick. I mean, I never really trust these clamshell packs. They're never the greatest option for herbs. Sometimes there was available. I say this knowing that there was probably well, I already had these in the fridge, first off, but I mean, yeah. Lots of other options for. I shouldn't have herbs this quality with what I have available here. Where's my other French? Where's my other French knife? Is our oven coming to temp for our roasted taters? Do want to make sure these are nicely finely chopped. Going through it a little bit more than I typically do. And that's mostly because I want to try this. I want to have the flavor there. I don't want any, like stringy pieces of herb coming out in my burger. So I want to make sure all of that is chopped. Although I'm pretty well certain that's pretty finely chopped at this point. Have your cracked pepper. I'm not going to do salt now because we're going to mix this together. I want to get that pepper throughout, but the salt's just going to help us lose moisture in places we don't want to. I've almost gone back to buying ground beef. I mean, I have a grinder, so I'm obviously going to buy some, grind my own here hopefully in the future. But when buying ground beef, I've gone almost exclusively back to buying those styrofoam bottom packed ones, just because you go to the store and you have the guy from the butcher shop. Butcher shop meat should be the safest because it's most likely ground from the least number of animals. But the styrofoam packs, you compare them to these new ones that are like sealed in a plastic bag, and the sealed in the plastic bag ones just compress them as tight as all, and so it doesn't allow you to make a good patty that's got a little air to it or a little toothness to it, a little texture. And the same thing from the butcher shops in most cases I find these days. You go to the butcher counter in a supermarket, and it's not like the stuff on the counter is packed, but when the guys go and do it, even when I ask them to please be very gentle and not compacted at all, it's still, on that weigh scale, and they're like, and they're compressing it all. And so I think really this is your best shot, unless you have your own grinder at home, is buy that styrofoam bottom, as bad as it is for the environment. Anyways, so we got our meat, and gonna already turn on the grill. Throw the potatoes in the oven. And wipe down the stove because it needs it. I'd wiped it down earlier, but apparently I didn't do a very good job of that, did I? That's a little better looking. And then breaking this into roughly quarter pounders. wet hands not often great at opening packaging. Ooh, this is feeling even more solid than the stuff I had on the other night. Slice is smoother though. Oh, come on, you were a center slice. Why are you so crumbly and everyone else being cooperative? There. So we got our cheese ready, we got our burgers ready. On to veggie time. Salad time. I don't know why I put those herbs away. I'm gonna need them back again. Actually, why don't we just start again with the herbs? Should have just done more of them at once. By the way, it's probably a good idea that you wash your countertop if you're worried about E. coli. Between working with raw meat and switching to herbs and salads. Just a little tip. Do as I say, not as I do. And the rest of that is just going in the trash. I'm gonna go a little lighter on the mint for this because, well, yeah, mint. I think that's good. We'll throw that in for, I don't know, luck, I guess. We be smoking over here. That's good. Grill pan is a hot and a rockin'. And again, I don't want any stringy pieces of herbs, so give that a bit of a chop up. Cutting the seeds away from our cucumber. Just my personal preference. Though you'll see a lot of restaurants do that too. Both for appearance and for texture. Less so for flavor. I think that'll probably be a good amount. Grab ourselves a red onion here. Got a sort of weird outer peel on this one, so it's actually taking a bit more off than I normally would like, but I will live with it because it's going to work fine for dinner tonight. Let's see, we need some... Let's do some thick, as in the center of the onion, but thin sliced. Not super thin, but thin. Slices of onion for our burgers. Not full rings, but half moons. How many we got there? 4, 8. Close enough. The rest of this is going in the salad, but I want the stuff in the salad super thin. Just keep it with the thin stuff. Again, I don't recommend storing tomatoes in the refrigerator, but when you're only using a little bit of one, you gotta keep it. It's your only real option. So we'll do some thin slices for the burgers. The rest goes in the salad. All right, so there we have, for the most part, our salad for tonight. We're going to need a little olive oil in there. And then obviously some salt and pepper. The salt is sort of almost a serve it table side with salt, because the earlier you salt this dish, the more liquid it's going to create. And if you, maybe you want your salad to be a soup. And it can be if you want it to be, but if you're serving it to someone else, I'd hold off on the salt until the last second. There we go, folks. My take on a Greek salad. There's many ways you can dress this up and change it and make it your own. I mean, pretty simple on its own, but I've done it with jalapeno and other hot peppers in there. You can also take it a sweet route and add a little bit of honey in there to counter the saltiness of the feta. So, yeah, you can play around with it. And it's a great dish too. You know, tomatoes are not cheap. You get extra tomato around, you get extra cucumber around, you get extra feta around, and you want to use it up. That's how you do it. Okay. How's our taters looking? Looking nice, but not quite there. They can go longer. Burger set, that's set, that's set. Do we do flaming cheese before or after burgers, folks? I'm sort of thinking after. We're doing that after, so let's make sure our grill is up to heat here. And being very non-Greek about our buns tonight, but like I said, this is a dish in Greece you're more likely to see without a bun at all, much less a pretzel bun. So I'm gonna slice some buns and start toasting buns. Gotta toast my buns. Should look at the pan. I'm looking at the stream whether how to turn the pan. And while it is live, I'm sure there's ever slight delay. That was weird. My wrist just cracked on the counter there with weird. No brown in action yet. Got a decent flame. Just not toasting yet. Just now realizing that I've had cardboard in view the entire stream. That's where I put all my waste cardboard. Starting to get some color. Tops are looking better than the bottoms so far. Bottom's getting a little bit of crispness around the edges. The tops, one of them's almost basically done. The other one's a little uneven. Oh, this one's just around the edge too, yeah. That one's looking nice. Get that just a moment more. All right, now we're gonna grill our burgers. We need to get some oil on this grill first. So a little sunflower oil in a bowl. Grab out the big brush and we'll get that on all of the grill top here. All right. I'm only really using the bottom half tonight. Heat all the way back up. Since I have the flame cranked, I'm gonna make sure and give a good wipe off on the edges there. Make sure we don't get anything going to try and do anything we don't want. And then we're gonna salt these burgers just before we put them on the grill. If you recall, I had plenty of pepper in there already, along with the herbs, but I didn't want to salt them until just before they went on the grill. Take a look at our potatoes. They should be ready by now. Oh yeah, those looking nice and crispy. Do a little repair work here. And turn the fan on high here. Just to the smoke factors. Wow, that's a little loud. I'm gonna turn that stove down a little bit. Add a little Kewpie on the bottom of our burgers. I know that's Japanese. But actually, there'd probably be some yogurt action going on here instead. And feta going over the top. I don't know if I can do this fourth one, so I think I'm going to skip it. Feta's not going to melt as nicely as other cheeses. That's mostly just like straight cheese curd. And so I'm just going to sort of eyeball it how long I'm going to keep it on there. I'm going to turn the heat off now though, because that cast iron is plenty hot to keep coasting for a bit. White plate. White plate. don't want to stay nice, they don't have to. They'll just scare them on there. There we have our Greek burgers, or Greek cheeseburgers. Let's use, still in use. These last two burgers off of the grill. Oops, this is the one we want. Let's get a photo of the burgers, and then we'll make ourselves some flambéed cheese. Opa time. Pictures taken. This loveliness resting. Taters. So I grabbed this because I want to make sure that this pan is nice and slick, nice and smooth. Howdy, Trigger. Happy Sunday to you. But I don't want a lot of oil in that pan. So I'm actually going to take a piece of paper towel and just wipe it so it's got a nice, shiny, well-oiled surface. The name of this dish is actually a specific pan. This is not the proper type of pan for this dish, but there is a specific pan for this dish. It's sort of the shape of a brick of feta. We want this pan nice and hot. And we'll let that warm up for a little bit under a medium flame. While I sneak another potato. Why don't we get our booze ready while we're at it, too? Yeah, it's not looking too good. Just give it a proper clean out. Oh, where is my apple brandy. Doing pretty good, Trigger. Hopefully you're well as well. Got a lovely dinner sitting here waiting for me. And we're about to make a great clip time. Tired is good. I should be tired more often. I'd probably be healthier if I was. All right, so we got a Freeport shot of apple brandy. We've got our cheese pan going. Outdoor climbing today, and then went out to dinner with my nice. Hey, Moss, welcome in. Everyone jumping in here. At the end here, we got our dinner pretty much set here. We're working on that last dish. We also have this. This is also deliciousness. We got feta, red onion, tomato, cucumber, a little olive oil, some mint, some oregano. Right now I'm just waiting for that flame to make that little pan in the corner warm enough that I don't want to hold on to it from the cold part of the pan. What am I doing with the cast iron? I am doing what I did not realize until tonight was actually an American creation. Like, I grew up in the Midwest, and apparently this was born in Chicago. But I have always known this cheese dish as the flaming cheese dish that you get at the Coney Island or at the Greek restaurant. And apparently, like I said, it was born in Chicago. It is not the dish, the actual pan-seared cheese dish is actually a dish and actually also a pan in Greece. But the whole adding alcohol and flaming it is entirely American showmanship. And so I'm waiting for this pan to get the right temp, which we're right about there now, where I can add this cheese and get a nice golden color on the outside. I'm gonna use apple brandy. It has a high enough alcohol point that it should flame relatively easy. I flamed it before on stream. And yeah, there's other alternatives. I would think there's some Greek alternatives. I just don't have in my closet. Most of them are actually, I think of Greek alcohol and I think of like licorice and flavors that I'm not a huge fan of, but I am certain that they would have some liquors that would work great for this as well. Well, let's go ahead with this. Let's throw this cheese in the pan and see what we get. They also have different cheeses than feta that they often do this with. Feta is probably not the #1 choice for this project, but A, I had it. B, everyone thinks Greece and thinks feta. Oven's off. Flat top's off. Okay. Most of the times I've had this, I'm pretty sure that it wasn't done with feta, so this is sort of like me trying it with feta. I know they make this dish with feta. I just don't know if I've had it. So it's an experience for both of us, Trigger. It's a little guesswork, a little bit knowing your stove heat. But I am going to try and flip this and hope to get a little golden color on the top before I flame it. Liking how it's looking over here. We got some nice bubbling, a little melting going on. Not a whole lot over here, so I'm going to turn the pan. Need to start stealing them from. Now we're getting some bubbling again. I turned it up a slight bit there. I need to get rid of this. Coffee was lovely tonight, but it's cold now, so it breaks my rule of not liking hot coffee cold or cold coffee hot. Bata Cuisine changed his name, color. I don't remember having that set as green. So we've given that a flip now. It does. It reacts very similarly too. I mean, scientifically, they're not too far apart. I mean, one's created from veggies and the other one's created from milk, but they're both essentially proteins in the same neighborhood. I haven't, Trigger. I've had it in plenty of salads. I've made many different variations of Greek salad before. This is a little bit chopped finer. This is a little more my style rather than the big chunks that you know, like cubist. But no, I haven't done a ton of tofu, or a ton of feta. Now you got me confusing them in my head. Feta is one of those cheeses that's a very salty cheese. And so you want to go, unless you're intending it to be a major player in what you're doing, you got to be careful with how much you throw in there. Have I cooked much tofu? I've cooked more tofu than I have feta. But not by much. Like, well, that first flip didn't do anything for me because I didn't get enough color on it before I flipped it. It did stay together nicely, though. Problem here is guessing. Like I said, it's knowing your pan and knowing your temperatures. So if you do the 100 of these, it's like pancakes again. It's once you have things dialed in, this is a recipe that's very easy to do and easy to replicate. But doing it the first time, it's really hard, especially without anything dialed in. And so I'm basically doing guesswork as to whether that has seared enough or not. Hey, Dinner with Mom, how you doing this evening? Welcome, man.
I'm doing well, thanks. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I'm learning some new facts. If you'd like to hear them, just say, "Give me a breast cancer awareness fact." Now, so people can improve, it would help to know how satisfied you are with my response. How would you rate it if one's the worst and five's the best?
What is wrong with you, computer?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Okay, I think this is about the best I'm gonna get with this, because it's just gonna go straight to burning, I think, from there. So I think we're finally to flambe time here, folks. Am I ready for flambe time? Are you all ready for flambe time? Let's give this a shot. Maybe a little heavy on the alcohol there. That flamed a little long. And always be careful when you flambe something. Give it a couple of moments after you think the flames are out, because alcohol flames can burn clear. So you can be, that can still be on fire and you not realize that there's still a flame there. I'm waiting for that moisture to cook off once again. And of course, that would have been done table side, like here, and impress everyone in the entire restaurant that you bought a piece of cheese. Love the smell of that, though. The fresh apple brandy has a great smell. Like, I think the smell of apple brandy is better than apple brandy. Like, I primarily use apple brandy. Let's see, what all do I use apple? Oh, I've used it in a decent number of recipes. But I also primarily use it for flaming dishes. Do I dare try it a third time? There we go. And then it would be served just like that. Actually, it would have been flambé and put down on the table there where it's still flaming. Maybe would have grabbed a fresh lemon sledge and squeezed that over the top. I don't want lemon with my feta. I'm just going to leave it just as is. And I'm going to enjoy my burgers before they're completely ice cold. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. Had a great night tonight. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Let's see. Oh, okay. That was on purpose, or intentional. Let's see, who's out there in the world of Twitch tonight? See if we can't pass you lovely folks off to another wonderful creator. I think I'm going to leave it right there, folks. I'm not seeing much out there that I want to throw you all to. I don't like sending all of you from a nice chill stream with relaxing music to someone's going to be shouting and hollering. It always irks me and then it also irks me when I send people off and they obviously just immediately like, why don't you sub to me right now? No. So, I thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you have a great night tonight. I hope to see you back here on Tuesday. Going to be doing meat pie and cheese pies, Greek style. So I hope you come to join me for that. Until then, I hope you have a great night for the last time. Bye-bye.